lot of people, black, white, Mexican, young or old, fat or skinny, have a problem being true to themselves. They have a problem looking in the mirror and looking directly into their own souls. And the reason I am who I am today is because I can look directly into my face and find my soul.
I'm old enough to know better, young enough to not give a fuck. Rather hold my head high and die than live and duck. If you cool with being taken down or giving up, your lifestyle's a blowjob, your way of living sucks. I done felt pain, waited but no help came. Went through some crazy shit, still kept myself sane. You ever been dying of thirst and smelt rain? Ever been told go to hell and felt flames? The water's to your neck and only gets deeper. It's all downhill and it only gets steeper. Gotta get over it, be a hurdle leaper. It costs to be the boss and it ain't getting no cheaper. But there's a man above that we all under, bro. No bread truck, but he work wonders though. After you wake up, everything is wonderful, and you can overcome anything you undergo. As an artist, I'm just trying to paint the perfect picture. But see, we're trying to wait for somebody that's perfect get you. That usually lead to nothing, like virgin kisses. And I be trying to cut surgeon bitches, dreams of splurging riches, pretty but curvy misses, chef to serve the dishes, driver to swerve the ditches. I'm just another kid on the curb with wishes, and these streets is tough, on the verge of vicious. So I sold weed and crack, merged the business. That white girl helped the nigga, Fergalicious. But getting money bring jealousy and verbal disses. So when you killing shit, watch out for the murder witness. A old head told me let nothing disturb your business. Beef is only good when you in the burger business. So I chill, but loaded up to steal. Like I wish a nigga would, but I know a nigga will. But for real, you loaded up to kill. Cause soon as a nigga good is the sooner a nigga will. And I don't know these niggas nothing. Put that in a nigga will.
Mic check, 1 2 1 2. You want beef with the king? What is you gonna do? We back, baby. This is Hood Tales with ConeHead, coming to you live and direct. It's another day, another dollar, man. It's just a little overcast outside, looking out the window, looking at the view. Got a heavy mind today and a heavy heart, so if I don't sound so enthusiastic, don't judge me. I want to say this one thing, Lord, I forgive them. Don't let me forget. This episode is for the undervalued, the underappreciated, the disrespected, the person who sacrificed it all and don't want the recognition and somebody else take the praise. This is for the people who get stepped over, looked over, pushed around, fucked with, bullshitted with, tried, and all of the above. This is episode 125, and this is for the people who need to hear this today. This is episode 125, and I want to be celebrated. Don't just tolerate me. You know what I'm saying? Celebrate me, don't tolerate me is the episode. And the reason why I chose this title for the day is because sometimes when you have a lot on your mind and you have a lot of time to think about things, you just realize like sometimes people just never appreciated you for who you are, what you are, and who God made you. And the fucked up thing about it is like sometimes you don't see it in the midst of what I call the honeymoon phase of friendships, relationships, any of these things, marriages and all, you know what I'm saying? It's a honeymoon phase with anything. So, you know, you meet people and, you know, you take a liking to them. Some people you meet, you might love them at first sight. You just might love everything about this individual, you know what I'm saying? And you just feel like, man, you know, you'll do anything for this person. You'll do anything to show your loyalty. You'll do anything to prove to them that, you know, you different. And in this world of selfish people, it's kind of like a catch-22, you know, because you can want the best for everybody else, but everybody else might not want the best for you. So my mother told me this one time. She said, baby, if they only tolerate you and don't celebrate you, you don't need them in your life. And I find that to be oh so true. I've had my share of tolerators and not a lot of celebrators, if that makes sense. Like, no matter how you come into the fold of a situation, you show everything about your true self. Like, I'm so transparent. Like, when I meet people, I let you know who I am in the beginning. I ain't got to sit here and feel you out and try to figure out if you for me or you not for me, or if you plotting and scheming and all, like most people do. See, most people don't trust people, so they can't be true to you and be transparent to you as well, because they are so worried about somebody dogging them or doing them wrong that they try to hold on to shit, keep shit from you, stuff that's important, like certain things that you don't like about a person. You find out later on because this person never told you up front, okay, this is who I am, this is how I operate, this is what I'm looking for, this is me. And I was always told you never give up too much information. And I was like, well, who came up with that concept? Because if it's something I don't like about you and it's something that's a pet peeve of mine, I'd rather know in the beginning than to find out a year in or 6 months in or 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years later. You know what I'm saying? And people don't get that. Like, you should be transparent no matter what. Like, oh, I shouldn't tell a person everything about me. Nah, you need to give them an option to pick and choose whether you want to deal with that shit or not. Because it ain't no point in getting to know somebody, whether it's a friendship, relationship, or marriage, and then y'all go through all that shit just to find out down the road you don't even like this motherfucker. You can't stand their ass. Like, they do so much shit that you don't like at all. But we tolerate people sometimes and they bullshit. But me, I want to be celebrated from now on. I want to be appreciated from now on. I want to be valued from now on. I don't want nobody to think they can manipulate and use me because I'm a good-hearted person and I care about people and I want to see you win and I want to see you doing better than what you doing. You know what I'm saying? Because when you come into a person's life, you're supposed to add to that, not take away. And sometimes people be stuck in their ways and the shit, and ain't nothing you can do about that. No matter how you try to talk to them, or no matter what information you have to try to help them change or do better for themselves, people like to do things their own way. You know, some people are hard-headed as fucking stubborn. And, you know, when you get to a certain age in life, you really be like that. That's why, like, when we was growing up in our day, we had them older women who was mean, them mean aunties that we call them aunties and shit, because they were so mean. They didn't smile, they wasn't friendly. You know, you barely seen them laugh or anything like that. They always had like a unit on their face. And then, like, when you get older and you see these same people, you be like, man, how did that man put up with that woman when she act like that? Or how did that woman put up with that man when he always grumpy all the fucking time? He ain't never smiling. He ain't never, you know, enjoying the air that God gave him to breathe, you know? But me, I'm just so rationalized when it comes to certain things, because I was like, man, I look at what my situation right now, and how it just seems like a nigga is alone. It just seems like a nigga is alone. Like real talk. Like, yeah, I got my selected people that fuck with me. Yeah, shout out to y'all. But sometimes I just sit and I just think to myself, like, man, I'm really by myself. Like, I got a support system, thank God. But, you know, when it comes to certain things, you just feel like you in this alone. And like I said yesterday episode, man, God was already there with the Hebrew boys. So he here with me as of now. Now, sometimes he might send somebody in the physical to intercede for him. And they, come with, positivity. They come with smiles. They come with happy vibes. They come with good intentions and good spirits. And sometimes that's necessary. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't know what people be dealing with. Mental health is real. Like, I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder way back in 2013. And, that situation was real crazy back then, because I would tell my mom certain things and she just was like, you need to see somebody about that. And maybe it came from the abuse. It could be a possibility. I'm not going to make an excuse for it, because, I thought how I thought because I was a grown man at the time. So those thoughts was just internalized from how I felt about a certain situation. But I get it and I understand. That's why I said on yesterday's episode, I see why people can kill themselves, they commit suicide, because shit can be overwhelming and overbearing at times. And like today is one of them overwhelming, overbearing days for me. But then it's like I done gave so much energy and, to other people who really didn't even deserve my energy. They didn't deserve my positivity. They didn't deserve my inspiration and my motivational skills. They should, the words of encouragement and all that. Because they only tolerated me as long as they could. As long as I was doing what they wanted me to do, I was the best person in the world. I'm the number one in the world. But as soon as I go against what they think is right, or I have my own belief system, and I believe and I stand on my beliefs, and even with my morals and everything, my morality is real. And I was talking to my nephew yesterday, and I was just like, man, you can't be real today and do some bitch nigga shit the next day and then still think you a real nigga. Like, nah, it's not. It don't work like that. So I'm like tripping out, because I'm like, I've gave so much positivity to the world, and like today I feel like I got nothing in return from doing all these positive things. And I'm not gonna say I haven't, it just don't feel. And you hear the word that I'm using, feel. It's a feeling that I have. It's not what the reality is. It's not my reality. It's just the way I feel. And a lot of times we find ourselves working off how we feel instead of working off of reality and logic. You know what I'm saying? I met a lot of people along the way, and it's amazing that when you reflect those days, like, I could see people for 15, 20 years ago, and they still celebrate me to this day. And that's the thing that keeps the heart pumping. That's what keeps the smile, to make the corners of my mouth go to the corners of my cheeks and put that smile on my face. You know what I'm saying? To know that it was some people that celebrated me. It was some people that value me. It's like, I've been bumping into people, like God just been bringing people from my past here and there lately. And it's just cool to know that at least some people value who I was, the man I am. God created and blessed them to come across their path, and they really appreciated who I am. Like, just to talk to my dog Will, shout out to my boy Will, and he just reminiscing in the trap and reminiscing in the back in the day, and how I was such an important piece in his life at one point in time, and he was as well. Shout out to my cousin Robbie. You know what I'm saying? Like, he keep me smiling, he keep a laugh, you know what I'm saying? And cuz know I'm going through it. And, you know, everybody know in my circle I'm going through a lot right now. And sometimes you gotta laugh and keep from fucking somebody up, or sometimes you gotta laugh to keep from fucking, you know what I'm saying, harming yourself sometimes. Like, I have sadistic thoughts at times in my mind, and I have to work on that because I have some very, very, you know what I'm saying, evil thoughts at times. It can be real dark, and I have to work on those things as well. But I appreciate the people who celebrated me, the people who keep me uplifted and keep me encouraged, even though I'm dealing with what I'm dealing with, and it's a lot. You know what I'm saying? I got so much against me at one time. And anyone who's out here listening to this episode, if you can relate, I know how you feel. I understand how you feel. It's days I say to myself, God, why am I even here? Why you just ain't take me back in 2014? And we would have been 9 years in celebrating my life. Even though it would have been a memorial, it wouldn't have been me walking and breathing on earth. Why you ain't take me that day? And I had to understand and realize he ain't giving this shit to me because I can't deal with it. Because if I couldn't deal with it, he would have never put it on my plate. Or he would have never set it on my lap. Or he would have never put it on my shoulders. And that's what we have to understand and realize. Like, bring the people who value you, cling to them. The people who love you for who you are, appreciate you and respect you for who you are, cling to them. Show your best side of yourself to them. Don't just give it away to any and everybody just because they come with a smile and a handshake and sometimes even a hug. Because people don't understand. We be fucking with the enemy, and they the ones that say they love us the most. Or they the ones that say that they care about us and they want the best for us. But they be the main ones who really show you they don't fuck with you at all. And that's the part that tripped me out. Like, people say, like, when I deal with females, for instance, they don't understand why I come into the fold without no drama and no dumb shit. The only issue I might have is some child support issue shit. That might be it. And that's only because I got bloodhound baby mamas who just, you know, it was a money play from day one. It was never, okay, I think this guy's cool, I think he's a nice guy, or I fuck with him or nothing like that. And even though I done looked out for these individuals when they was in their bad space in life, when they was going through their trials and their tribulations and they struggle, and you know, they got a little foot up on me right now. And you know, I'm happy for them and they in a better place than they was at one point in time. But you gotta remember, your fall was, your down wasn't that long ago. You know what I'm saying? Because I remember helping paying the eviction bill to make sure these people don't have to put their shit on the embarrassment of being evicted and having your stuff set on the side of the sidewalk in front of everybody in the complex. I helped prevent that. You know what I'm saying? Thinking that because my child is a part of that situation and it's other children involved, they innocent. They have no part to play in adult decisions and adult situations. So I step up, even though it was against what I wanted to do, and I did it anyway. Because my honor as a man and my honor as a person wouldn't let me sit back and be mean and say, fuck that bitch, let her ass, I'll get my jit, and y'all figure that shit out. Because you got two grown people living together. So how is it y'all can't cover bills in fucking Gregory Cove? I done had a cousin who used to live out there. Him and his girl, you know what I'm saying? Two heads are better than one, but it was still always a situation from pillar to post type shit. And I still did it without me really in my heart of hearts wanting to. And then a situation where my daughter's mom, my youngest daughter, her mom, lights about to get cut off. You got kids from 3 different men at the time. And you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I ain't finna help her because she ain't gonna help me. She don't appreciate a nigga like me. No, I'm not helping. I got into an argument with my brother about that shit. Cause it's his cousin, but I didn't know at the time. So, I found out he my brother later on in life. So it is what it is. But when I met her through her job. I didn't meet her in the streets. I mean, I didn't meet her at no family function or nothing. So, and then the crazy thing is, we argued about that situation, and I didn't want to do it because I'm explaining to this man, listen, you don't know her like I know her. You just found out y'all kin, but I know this woman. Like, I know her inside and out. We've had conversations, and it went against my better judgment because I know if I was in that spot, she wouldn't do it for me. You know what I'm saying? So, I helped with the eviction to keep from getting evicted. You gonna pay me my money back. Cool. I paid the light bill, even though I didn't want to pay the light bill. Cool. Fast forward. Here it is. I ain't got my money back for the eviction. And I get called a deadbeat. Even though I helped get her other two boys when it's time for me to get my son. And I don't have to do that. But that shows you I'm not celebrated in that situation. I ain't even tolerated in that situation, to be honest. And it's crazy to me that I'll sit here and extend myself and get her other two boys and have them win. That should be me and my son time. And I don't do it. I wasn't trying to be mean or nasty to them, but that's really our time. That's me and my son bonding time. But I take the high road like they tell us to do, be the bigger person, be mature about shit. But how is it I can be mature when it comes to me helping them, but they can't be mature helping me when I ask for something. And I don't ask for money. Hey, go down there and get me credit for some of this shit I be doing outside of this agreement that these people got me attached to, that I never signed paperwork to do in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Celebrate me. Don't tolerate me. Because I don't have to get them bastards. I don't. Them not my fucking sons. Them your fucking kids from your niggas that you had babies with. But I look at them little boys as my son's siblings, so I don't try to alienate them, because at the end of the day, them his siblings. And sometimes he don't want them to fucking come. He just wanted to be me and him. He has so much fun when it's just us two, because no one's impeding on his time with his dad. But that cunt don't get that. That cunt don't understand that shit. She don't realize, like, you're intruding in me and his time. Cause when shit get real and shit go down, he don't go with them. He don't go with his brothers when they people come pick them up. He don't go and stay the night. He don't go ride off and hang out for the day or none of that shit like they do with me. Cause she feel like, oh, I'm the nice guy. Cause them other niggas ain't finna do that shit. You know what I'm saying? But that's the fact of not being appreciated. I when I get for him, I get for those two boys too. That's money that could have been going toward my son and what he want. But no, he sharing me with them, but he not getting shared with them and they dads or they family or they people. And that shit not cool. You know what I'm saying? With my daughter, you know, oh, I'm this, I'm that, oh, this, that, and the third. And I'm like, but I looked out for you before when I didn't want to. She didn't understand. Now she up some money because they got in a car accident with my daughter in the car and the baby girl in the car. And so she's sitting in a good space. And like I say, people fall wasn't that long ago. Their situation was fucked up And they were feeling like I feel right now. Don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? Then God opened the door and a blessing come. And and I'm happy for them, and I'm proud of them. But then they don't value and appreciate me, because I guess they don't have an emotional attachment to me, and I don't have one to them. But I had to come to the realization, like, man, I can't let people walk over me. And I ain't gonna say walk over me like they just trying a nigga, but they just trying a nigga for real. Because at the end of the day, like, I didn't have to pay your fucking light bill. I didn't. That's not my responsibility. I don't live in your house. I ain't fucking you. I ain't doing that. We just had a child together, and that's it. I take care of her. I spend time with her as best I can. Like, it felt good to go pick her up and take her to school. But guess what I had to do to go pick my daughter up and take my daughter to school? I had to take her baby sister to school. I didn't sit there and bitch and moan and say, nah, get one of your children that drive to take her, or you take her and drop her off. No, I took that little girl and dropped her off. And when my daughter was like, Daddy, I wanted to get something from the little store or whatever. Okay, baby, here you go. Guess what I do? I give little mama some money too. She don't even know me like that. She just know that I'm her daddy. I'm her sister's daddy. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And it came to a situation where, okay, I done did this to help you do this and do that. And then when the situation came when I had the criminal case, man, that, same brother I argued with go run up the hood talking about, hey, we trying to get some bread together to help get bro out. You know what I'm saying? You got anything on it? Now, baby, up. Damn near 6 figures. Maybe tell that nigga, fuck that nigga. Let his ass stay in there. But you see, that's not even tolerated. You know what I'm saying? And I heard that, and I sat there and I told this nigga, see, that's why the fuck you stay out of other people's business, nigga. Because at the end of the day, I'm telling you who this woman is. She's not going to do shit for me, but you trying to argue with me to make me do something for her. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't go to her for nothing. Neither one of them. Because they want to judge me based on consistency of sending my money. You know what I'm saying? And that shit sucks because I'm in a spot due to the fact of them blood hounding. But, I'm going to rise above the bullshit. I'm going to rise above it all. Everything that's in my life that's compiling me right now, that got me ready to jump over the edge, I'm going to get through this shit. I just got to keep that positive mindset. And when I get my breakthrough and it come, boy, it's going to be a lot of motherfuckers mad at me because I'm going to be doing donuts in front of their house when I get right. When God bless me with what the fuck I'm going to have. Trust and believe that shit. But like I say, man, you got to fuck with people who fuck with you. Don't just be tolerated. Be celebrated. Because I know I deserve what the fuck I'm finna get. I deserve it. I done been through too much, and I've helped so many people along the way, even when I barely had to give. You know what I'm saying? Like, God knows I've sacrificed for humanity. You know what I'm saying? But you can't deal with people who don't value you. You can't deal with people who don't respect what you have to say. I always want to go back and forth and argue with you. Don't see your worth. Don't believe in your dreams. Don't believe in the things that the visions God given you. I've had people laugh at me because of the things that I want, because it's too big for them to imagine me to have. But like I was talking with my nephew, shout out to Lil Don, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Don P. Like I told Don P, I said I had a woman laugh at me about some shit I was talking about going to get. But I'm like, bitch don't realize shit. I was riding in a $90,000 dually truck. You know what I'm saying? I done had foreign car before, paid cash. I done seen partners of mine who became millionaires. That shit is reachable for me because I've been around it. I done had over 6 figures before. Cash, and I ain't talking about no investments or none of that. I'm talking about I could go right there to the spot, safe, hit the code, open that bitch, it's in there. Shoebox money, all that shit. So, it's obtainable for me to get that Ferrari truck, the new one, the Porcine way. It's obtainable. Like $250,000 or $500,000. that's obtainable for me. I've played in that ballpark before. Not a half, but I came down there close. So, you know what I'm saying? And we did that on a small island. You know? We was up 50, 60,000 on that island in Bad Rack. You know what I'm saying? Well, a nigga was playing with that kind of cheese, like for real. Nigga, I do what the fuck I want to do. Wake up every day. And I'm going to get back to that. But I'm going to have millions behind my name. When I look at my account, I ain't going to have nothing but probably like a couple hundred racks in that bitch. The M's, I'm going to have that with me. I'm going to have it buried somewhere or something. You know what I'm saying? So, like I say, man, you know, people just are who they are. And when they show you, believe it. A leopard never changes its spots. And a tiger never changes its stripes. When a person show you who they are, you better believe that shit. I've held on to that saying, because when a person tell me they done cheated in the past, oh, they can still cheat now. It ain't nothing changed in that. God got to get in there and change that and remove that, because what's in you gonna eventually come out you. So if you a liar, shit, lying gonna be flow like water. If you abuser, that shit gonna come out. You can't hide your true self. You can't hide yourself from your true self. And that's why when I tell people things, I sit back and I listen sometimes. I listen to what they have to say. I take in everything they say and I pay attention to the details. Because at the end of the day, the enemy is in the details. So, when I realize, okay, this is who they are, pay attention, watch their movements, watch their actions, and you see. You know what I'm saying? But that's over with. There ain't no more fucking with people who just tolerate. There ain't no more fucking with people who don't appreciate. There ain't no more people who tell you they love you, then they end up trying to hurt you in the end. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no more of that. Like, if you ain't celebrating me, man, stay the fuck away from me. If you don't value me, shit, get from around me. Hang in there, people. We gonna get our just due. God gonna bring people in our lives who celebrate us, who love us for who we are, not for what we can do or what we are. You know what I'm saying? We gonna have our moment in the sun where people praise us and value us. And like, you know, I was looking at this clip, and this lady was talking about her husband, and she was gonna submit to him, and she loved Miles, and Miles is everything, and Miles sitting there with the biggest smile on his face ever. And I was like, man, what that would feel like to have somebody that loved me like that, or value me like that, appreciate me like that, respect me like she said. I would respect you, Miles. I would love you, Miles. I would be your peace. I'm like, damn, that shit gangster. And vice versa for the men in the world who value women and love their woman and cherish and, you know what I'm saying, celebrate her. Celebrate each other. Fuck with people who celebrate you. Fuck with people who value you, man. Stop giving your energy and your years and wasting time to people who don't even fucking supposed to be in the room with you. And that's what I had to realize. I have kids from women that didn't even deserve to have kids from me. Yeah, I said that shit. Not saying I'm better, but they was beneath me. Because at the end of the day, they made their choices and they made their decisions. So they was already bitter with men since I met them. And then it's crazy because I try to understand who finna fucking build a legacy with these bitches. For what? What do they bring to the table? Squirting and some head? And all she gonna do is talk shit? And all she gonna do is get on your fucking nerves? Because all she do is wake up complaining and mad about the choices she made in life, and it reflects on who she is, how she carry herself, and how she act. Certain men, they don't bring shit. They ain't trying to do shit. They ain't trying to be shit. They trying to leech off you. They trying to get what they can from you. They see your value. They see your worth, but they don't value it. they don't appreciate it. So they get what they can out the situation. And then be mad when you don't want to fuck with them no more. And then the next thing you know, they causing problems and confusion when you trying to move on and start fresh and start new. You know what I'm saying? Y'all fuckers, leave us alone. Get the fuck out of our way. Let us move on and be happy. Let us go out here and let God put the people in our lives who's supposed to be there. Not the motherfuckers who we allowed, that God didn't ask us to let in our lives. We have choices. And sometimes my choices have been fucked up because I believe in people more than I should have. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes God be having a person for us and we fuck around and get our eyes caught and distracted on this shit over here. Sometimes the people closest to us that we value is just cool. Them be the ones who God want us to be with. You know what I'm saying? I had a couple of ladies that was like that loved me to life, and I just was in a state I ain't want to be in a relationship at that time. And then as soon as I decided to come out, I picked the wrong motherfucker and damn near went to prison for 28 years because of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes we be so misguided by what we think is real and what we think is true, and it don't even be that. It just be the Halloween costume that they put on and wear, the disguise they have on, and we don't realize that until we done got knee deep in shit. Now we looking crazy because we like, who the fuck is this motherfucker right here? But like I said before, people, celebrate me. Don't just tolerate me. Because if you can't celebrate me, leave me the fuck alone. Like, I mean that. I ain't letting people back. I ain't letting nobody in my life unless you fuck with me. Fuck with me. I give everybody respect. It's when you fuck it up when you fuck yourself up is when I lose respect. I don't come in making people earn nothing from me. Cause you know why? I know I ain't perfect. But at the same time, I'm only dealing with people who value me. I'm only dealing with people who genuinely will pray for me, pray with me, not sit there and let me do it all. And then I ask you to pray one time, you giving me excuses after excuses after excuses. Because prayer changes things. And when you pray together, you stay together. That's just truth. So hopefully the people who've been going through some of these trials and tribulations, as myself, dealing with ungrateful fucking people, dealing with assholes and dealing with cunts and pussy niggas, I mean, hopefully this helps you out. Hopefully you hear this and you start loving yourself more. You start, vibing with yourself. You start praying and asking God to let me have wisdom, knowledge, understanding, discernment, and clarity when it comes to people that I involve myself with. Make sure that God, they coming in with a great intention. Make sure they coming into my life to add to it, to be an asset to my life. Whether it turns into just a friendship or it turns into a marriage thing. Shout out to all the people who held me down over the years. Shout out to everybody who love and appreciate me. Shout out to everybody who fuck with my podcast and fuck with my YouTube channel. I appreciate everybody. Nobody is undervalued in my book. Everybody is appreciated. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all. Because this shit gonna go global. This podcast right here, nigga, this shit gonna be global. Watch what I tell you. Because I'm gonna speak my future into existence. Watch and see. Y'all gonna see the turnaround. Y'all gonna see the change. I'm working on a lot of stuff, man. And the best is yet to come. I'm gonna have it set up so gangster. Well, y'all gonna be able to call in live. Y'all gonna be able to talk. Y'all gonna be able to fuck with me and everything. You know what I'm saying? I promise you. But this is Hood Tales with ConeHead, man. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for listening, taking time out y'all day. Whether you on the job, whether you home relaxing, I promise you, this shit gonna get better, man. I know I might not sound the best right now, but I tell you what, I'm thankful that I get another opportunity to fix my situation. So all you gotta do is stay prayed up, stay confident, and believe. And no matter how it looks and how it feels, the best is yet to come. I'm out.
money. I could re-rock a brick, nigga, fuck a pound. Leave some water in the pot, but shit, don't let it drown. Talk to him, nigga. Nigga, don't let the dope drown, nigga. Cut the stove off, let some water out, nigga. Yeah. Throw some ice in it, okay. Cut the stove off. Soon as I got the money, nigga, I drove off. The men started jumping, and niggas selling dummies. I caught a plug in AC that bring them cross country. Talk to him, nigga, I was 600,000 strong back then, nigga. Come on. Yeah. Back when I was 20. Come on. Cocaine had me getting money. What? Talk to him. Nigga, fuck a pound. But shit, don't let it drown. Nigga, don't let the dope drown, nigga. Come on, cut the stove off, let some water out, nigga. Yeah. Indictments came out. Niggas went to jail. The feds snatched him up, don't trust him if he get a bail. Well, you better not trust that nigga. These niggas out here telling, they don't give a fuck about who they tell on, nigga. Yeah. Half these niggas telling, that's how them haters work. Saw that discovery, you all in that paperwork. I need that paperwork, nigga, I'm talking cash. I got that clean dope, nigga, I'm talking glass. Man, we talking A1 shit. Shit come with stamps on it, nigga. Drop it, do whatever you want, nigga. Take a 9 to good dope and beat it to a split. Nigga, my wrist tied, I'm whipping till I'm rich. You're either down or you're not, nigga, you can't switch. The plug in town today, we just had lunch at the Ritz. Run off on the plug.